Okay, we are live. Well, hello. Today, I have my buddy, my pal, my friend, Rhonda.
Hi, everybody.
Rhonda is with me today, and she is going to demonstrate a product called Resin Crete. This is, I know it's backwards, but this is, it's like a white cement powder with resin, polymer, I don't know, whatever it is.
Resin.
Polymer resin to make a really cute little projects like this. There are molds that you can buy to pour this in, and they're the same molds that you can use for resin. Like this. This is what makes this. And we're going to make one of these today during the demo, and Rhonda's going to tell us all about it. I'm going to show you this other bowl too, because this is really cute. She made a little succulent assortment with one of the molds. Okay, I'm turning it over to Rhonda.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to talk about Resin Crete today, and the way I got introduced to it was through Instagram and Facebook, and most of the posts that I saw were either from the United Kingdom or from Germany or South Africa. Not many from America. So I was intrigued by the product because it just sounded too easy to be true, that it only takes a half hour to set up, and there's usually no bubbles. You might have to sand a little bit on the bottom or on the sides, but other than that, it really is a great product, I think. So to get started, Sue kind of gave you an introduction. We're going to use Resin Crete, and it comes in a powder like this. I'll show you the powder there. And you need measuring cups, plastic measuring cups. A few would be good. You need water, some water.
Just plain old tap water, right?
Yeah, just plain old tap water is what I use. I've never heard that you should use distilled. You need a scale because we have to weigh everything. And you need a mask and gloves to wear. So you should wear a mask because it's powder. I'm going to put mine on now. And you need a spatula to mix the powder, and you can use pigments. So today Sue picked that she wants to make her base blue. So we are going to use that. And we need a timer. It just takes a half hour once you get it poured. So it's really fun, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to get the scale ready, and I'm going to put my cup on and make sure it's zero balance. And to make this concoction of Resin Crete, it takes 100 grams of the Resin Crete with 30 grams of water. So I'm going to look at the scale, and I am going to pour the ingredients in. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And we found out already from doing this mold that it takes 350 grams. So I'm going to make two different pourings because of such a small cup that we have. Okay, I got 200 grams in there, so I can put that off to the side.
Yeah, talk louder.
Oh, okay. I got 200 grams in this cup, so I'm going to put that to the side, and now I'm going to measure the water. And I am going to put in 45 grams of water here because I want to mix the pigment all at once. Otherwise, I'll get two different colors. Oh, there's something in there.
You have a foreign object in there?
Yeah, I got a foreign object in there. Interesting. Let's see what we got. Wonder how much it weighs.
I think your mask is making it where they can't hear you as well.
Okay. Well, as soon as I get it mixed, I'll take my mask off. Okay. 45. And now I'm going to put in the colorant.
You don't have to use colorant, just, I guess if you want it, you know, you can put it in there.
Yeah, if you want white, you don't need the colorant. And when you use black, you get gray. So I'm going to mix that up first. Okay, now I'm going to put, I don't know how I'm going to do that.
What do you need to do?
Well, I got to get 15 out of here. Oh, I should have made 50. I should have made a little more. I'll put some more water in. See, I have to have 60 this time, and I'm only making the second batch.
Okay.
So, okay, 60. And then
you needed a total of 60 grams?
I need 105. Right?
Oh, 105.
105 grams. So I'm trying to mix it all up so it'll look the same color. This is a little bit more, but we'll go with it. Put in here. I'm going to put 60 grams in here because I have 200 grams of the powder in this other cup. Okay, so I got my 60 grams and I'm going to start mixing the two together. This Resin Crete is a polymer resin and a cement powder, and it's free from harmful chemicals. It has no BPAs in it. It has nothing. It's odorless. It's non-toxic. It's non-flammable. And that's why some people like to use it instead of epoxy resin, just because of that. But it's a whole different animal, so I don't know how they can say they might like it better. They both do different things. So, but I asked the company, J. Diction makes this Resin Crete, and I asked the company if you could use this as garden art, and they said yes, as long as you sealed it. And it does need to be sealed. I sealed all my pieces that I made so far because I just think they're going to last longer. I haven't dropped one on the floor yet, but I'm sure that it will break.
They still can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sure that it will break if you would drop it, just like any other ceramic piece that you would make. But see, I'm stirring it. One thing about this product is you have to get it, you have to know what color you want, and once you start mixing the two together, you only have like maybe tops 10 minutes. And it depends probably mostly on the temperature of your room, the temperature outside, but that is something you have to take into consideration when you make this, because sometimes this gets really warm and really hard fast. So now I'm going to go and pour this in the, see how liquid it is to pour that in to your mold. It gets in all the nooks and crannies. So you have really a good coverage here. Okay. And then I just kind of wiggle it a little bit to get all the air bubbles out if there are any. And now I am going to make my 150 extra, because it's only part full. So I'm going to put come on, baby. I'm going to put another 150 in the stirring cup.
If you had a larger cup, though, to begin with, you could get it all in there.
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
You could. It's just that you've got to take into consideration the stirring time, that you don't waste time when you're making it, because
Sure.
you know, if you have a really big, okay. I really like this stirring stick, and this stirring stick comes with the kit. If you buy the basic kit on Amazon, Resin Crete has a kit that has these cups in it and this stirring stick, and this is about my favorite stirring stick, because it's just strong enough to take all of the powder when you're in this small cup. Otherwise, some of the sticks are too wimpy, I guess is the word I would use, wimpy.
That looks like a good frosting spreader.
I know. Yeah, spatula.
Yeah, the spatula.
Yeah, I never tried the spatula yet. I guess the wood sticks would be okay, but you know, sometimes they have other silicone sticks, and they're just
Maybe like a tongue depressor too, you know, because they're bigger than a craft stick.
Right, that might work. That might work. But you want to make sure you get at the bottom of your cup, because that's where usually the powder is. But this is gonna be a pretty color blue.
Yeah. But you put quite a few drops in there to get that.
I did, because but I hope it's the same color, since.
Well, you mixed the color.
Yes, the water, the same. Because before, when I was making, at the very beginning, when I just started, I was making a batch, and then of course I didn't make enough for my mold, and then I had to make another batch, and I would count the drops, like I made a black one, and I counted the drops, and of course, some of the drops, you get extra drops, or you don't get enough drops. Okay, now that's just going to sit for 30 minutes.
Okay, so I set the timer for 30 minutes.
Yep. I'm going to take this off and clean this up. And then we'll just take a minute here to talk about some of the other things that I got here. Okay, when I'm talking about that you only have a certain amount of time to mix the product, see how I made these leaves? And these are from a silicone popsicle mold that I bought it at Target. And I was trying to get a specific green, and of course the greens that I had I didn't like, so I kept mixing and putting black in with it, and then look at what happened to the back. It got really done. It was done. It was like paste. It was like, I don't know, cement. I guess so. It was cement.
Gee, imagine that.
Resin Crete was just like cement. So I tried sanding it to see if I could make it better, but it was so hard I had to give up. And then with these were one of the first ones that I did. See how I didn't get the color right on the
For your second batch.
For when I mixed this was the first batch, this was the second batch. So, but it's kind of neat to have a two-tone.
It looks like you went, like that's what you were going for.
Right. It looks like I was, but that's not what I was doing. But that's what it was. And then oh, look.
Oh, my.
Other things that you can do, I had some of these foil flakes that I just put inside. What did I do? Drop something?
No, I did.
Oh, okay. I put on the floor of a mold, on this mold. This is the one that I made again, these foil flakes, and look at how neat that turned out. And this time I didn't waste my time with picking a color. I just used blue and some black together with these flakes. One of the things, once you get done for cleanup, I just let this sit in the cup, and then it gets hard just like what's in your mold, and then you can just kind of squish your cup, and then all this flakes. And with the flakes I put them in a little dish, and with these flakes I took and put them in the bottom of a mold, and then I poured white over top, and see how you can make different things. And a lot of people use the terrazzo chips or something like that, but they had to sand them to get the terrazzo chips to show once they did that. But this one I didn't, but it was really rough. So I put a coating of resin in here, so that's why it's so shiny. This really ends up matte. So then I had a little bit of the pink left, or the peachy color, so I ended up putting that in the top of the mold to finish it off, because it was a little bit lacking.
A little shy?
A little shy. And here it is with the black. I made one like this, and here it is with the black flakes from the dish. Let's see, I was starting to get a darker color black, but I'm still working on that. Trying to get a real black. I don't know how much to put in.
So you could make stuff even out of your little leftover scrap.
Right. Well, we made one ahead of time, so we're going to unmold it so you can see what it's like to unmold. And we made this one white. So all we have to do, you wait the 30 minutes, and then you're going to unmold it. Maybe. Sometimes it's hard to get these molds started. There we go. There's the little base.
I love that.
You don't have any. You have a little. Oh, that came right off. But you might want to sand the bottom part here.
Just where it's corrugated.
Yeah, it's little rough. Or any of these at the bottom. Like this one I didn't sand yet. This is kind of rough at the bottom. This is just a little star mold. Kind of bluey.
I love these. Am I in the frame?
Yeah, you're in the frame.
I think they're so cute.
I know, you really were taken with this mold, weren't you?
Yeah. I had to order one of these molds, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I had to have what Rhonda has.
Yep.
Why don't you show some of the other molds that you've got on the table there, and then the sealers too, maybe.
Okay. This one makes a bigger pot. I don't know. Where is it? Is it over there? Is it over there?
But yeah,
These are some of the other little bases to put I put succulents in them. You can put whatever you want in them, but I like succulents, so I put succulents. I just had them sitting in there for. See, this is another one that I didn't mix. I think I have like 3 times I had to mix something to get it to work. And then this one. See, these are all really neat molds, and these molds I know I got off of Amazon. These 3, they came together, these 3 little molds, I believe. And then this one, this is a nice tray that you could, you know, set these in like this. That one won't fit, but you could make 3 of these and set them in if you wanted to have a tray. But these are a little different molds. These have like sides to hold your piece so it doesn't spread out.
Oh, keeps it stable?
Yeah, it keeps it stable. These were the 3 that came together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't look at these before.
Yeah.
I like this one with another box. I love these boxes.
Yeah, this is this one.
Okay.
This makes this. And you thought you'd get a ruffle, but you don't. You just get the flat topping for your piece. And this is done with black that made gray. And I had a little divot there that I had to sand out. So see, I don't know if you can see that very good on the screen, but it's just a little indented there. But most of the time you can cure what you need to fix. And this is another one. This is a tea light holder. And when I got done, I put one of a rub-on on it. Remember Sue did a segment about rub-ons? So I put that rub-on, and then you put your little candle in there, and you got a cute little tea light. That's a nice gift, I would think.
Yeah, I think those are really cute.
And you do have to seal it.
Sandy wants to know if you can sand that.
Yes, you can sand it. I use just regular old, wet dry sandpaper.
And I love this one too.
Oh, this I got free when I ordered something. Look at how cute this little guy is. Isn't he cute? And Sue's gonna put a rub-on on top of here. I gave her a job.
The thing that's neat about these, I think one of the things that's neat about these is that they're so smooth and they don't feel anything like concrete would feel like.
Or resin.
Or resin,
yeah.
Right. I mean, you can feel the weight, that it does have that stone-like texture and quality, but it's still delicate that you could, I don't know, you could dress this up however you wanted or leave it plain. And I'm just going to put a little rub-on top here just to show you that you can embellish these. But I'm sure you can embellish them in different ways if you wanted. Yeah, these would make excellent little gifts. They really would. I think that what Rhonda mentioned here about this tray with the small succulents in here, I think that's a real cute idea. And also what she did with sort of this little rock garden succulent bowl. This bowl has some weight to it. Of course, it's got the crushed stone in it too, which adds a little bit of weight. But I think this is a really darling piece. And this is the mold. This is the mold for that one. So and then like Rhonda said too, these are all interchangeable with regular 2-part epoxy resin if you wanted to use that, as well. So your molds, you can kind of double up on their function, on how you can use those. All right, I'm going to just put this little rub on the lid of this jar. And I had done a demo, I don't know, several months ago. Actually, I think it might have been in the fall. and of using these topology rub-ons. And I just cut one of these out and I'm gonna put it on here and use a craft stick to put it on with, to apply it with. There's a backing paper on these. This has already had one coat of sealer, which Rhonda will explain the sealers too when I'm done here. But it's got one coat of sealer, but we'll probably put a few more on there just as a preservative. And I think that's probably more important if the object is going to be outdoors. But I think for in the house or whatever, it probably doesn't matter that much to have several coats. All right, so the rub-on has protective backing paper, and I just peeled that off, and I'm going to place the rub-on the top, just kind of smooth it with my finger a bit, and then I'm going to burnish the rub-on with my craft stick, and you want to get it all over you want to cover or rub the entire piece. Because there's a protective layer on top, and we're going to peel that off. And if it's not burnished properly, you will peel some of the design off with it. So it only takes a minute to do a better job and rub it real well. Mary wants to know if you can paint on these.
I'm assuming you can, since you can put them outside after you've done the company. I asked the company if you could make garden art with them, and they said yes, as long as you seal them 2 or 3 times and you check them periodically, like in the garden or wherever you want to put it, on the table outside or whatever. So I'm assuming you can paint it. I sent another question this morning to ask if you could paint it, but they never got back to me. But to me, I'm assuming if you can put 3 coats of sealer on there, you should be able to paint it.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think you could. We're going to do a couple of small experiments too, but I'm going to just peel this one off now, the top layer, and just gently pull this protective layer off.
Cool.
Yeah, and now you've got a pretty little flower for the top of the jar.
Isn't that cute?
Sandy, it does have a terracotta feel to it. I'm glad you brought that up, but it does have more of a terracotta feel to it.
And it's a matte finish.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to make it shiny or glossy, then you should buy a shiny or glossy sealer.
Okay.
And that way you would have your gloss. Or, like, I put the resin on the top of these. See how that really made it. You could do a little coating of resin if you'd like.
Then you've got a can of sealer and a...
Yes, here's a can of sealer. And because I'm lazy, that's what I like to use, because you can spray it and it works really good. I use most of these. I use that sealer on it, that matte finish by Rust-Oleum. This is called Howard's Wax It All, and all the videos or the reels on Instagram that I saw, they use this a lot. And see, I haven't even used it yet because I'm too lazy to use it. But you just rub it on. See how it's waxy? You just rub it on, and then you let it sit for a little bit, and then you rub it off. The way you can test what?
Oh, do you use like a rag or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just use a rag. And I would use a light colored rag.
Like a t-shirt or something?
Yeah.
Sandy said, I love this. I think I just found a new hobby since glass is my job.
You will love it.
Yeah, it's another rabbit hole to go down.
Yes.
I will put a link on the page, on the group page, after we're done with the demo of the Resin Crete products. And if you buy them from that link, I'll get a little bit of credit for that, and I'd appreciate it. So keep that in mind.
Okay, this was mixing two colors together at the same time. This is another little base, and that kind of makes a marbly effect, I guess you would call it. But you know, get more white on one side and black on the other, and then it meets and does its thing. See, there was the end. It's kind of scribbly, but yes, the beauty of this, I think, is that it only takes 30 minutes to cure, and you can take it out of the mold, and there's no bubbles usually.
Yeah,
I'll say that, and there'll probably be a bubble in this one when we.
That's
get
a good
done.
plus, really.
Yeah. Because how many things did you throw away with regular resin because of the bubbles?
Right.
Okay, so should we make this or should we do this one?
Why don't we do an experiment with those mica powders and
Okay.
see how that works?
Okay. I was waiting to see if I could. This isn't ready yet to do this. I got blue everywhere.
You want me to rinse those out?
Yeah, why don't
Okay.
you? I have blue everywhere. Okay, we're going to try something with the mica powders. I've seen people do it on the reels, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not. But we're going to make this little heart now. I'm going to try only using like 50 grams of the solution of the Resin Crete. So we'll see how that works. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know if you needed. Do you need water in this or not?
No, I got some water.
Okay. I'll dump this one.
Okay, I zero balanced my scale, and now I'm going to put the 50 in. I wonder if that's enough. I wonder if I should just make 100. Maybe I'll make 100, just for the heck of it. Now, do we want to? I got a little bit too much in here. Do we want to, for our experiment, should we put light pink on here and put the dark pink in there? Should we try that?
We could do anything you want. Let me wipe off this spatula because it's got the blue on it still.
This is just Pearl-Ex mica powder, and so you have. Oh wait, I'm just going to use
What do you need?
a popsicle stick, but I found one.
Okay.
I'm just going to use a popsicle stick and try to just dust. Oh, that was great. I dusted it really good here. I don't know if you guys can see this. I made blobs.
You want a brush?
Maybe that
Like
might
a paintbrush?
Yeah, that might be better. I'm trying to jiggle it around. Thank you. Let's see. I don't know how much to put on there, and I don't know if I should leave it in there or if I should dump it out.
I think I'd leave it and just see what happens.
Yeah, maybe it'll get absorbed by the.
Because that's what this is all about, is kind of experimenting to see what looks good or what works or whatever.
Okay.
Sandy's asking, is this like resin as far as calculating amounts to mix? How exact do you need to be?
You do not need to be as exact
as resin.
You can do 100, 105 grams to 30 grams to 32 grams. It just, you know, if you have it too liquidy, it just takes longer to set than the 30 minutes.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So now I'll put in, ooh, that's a pretty color. I don't know how much to put in. And all this, I'll put in, I think I should put in more. I don't know.
I don't know. You could probably still add it with the water if you see
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
not
Maybe
the color you want.
Maybe I'll add a little more. A little bit more never hurts. Unless it's going to be awful dark. One of the two. Okay.
Well, based on the paint colors, it seemed like it took a lot to make the color.
Yep, we'll see. Okay, now I'm going to get my 30 grams of water. It seems like this process is very forgiving from what I've worked with in the last few months.
Yeah, that makes it even more appealing.
I know. I know. It isn't like you have to bake, you know, how you have to be so good when you bake,
right,
as opposed to cooking. This is cooking instead of baking.
Yeah, baking is very precise.
Ooh, this might be dark. I guess it's
okay.
Bad. And it looks cherry, like cherry ice cream, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, till Rhonda brought this over a little while back, I had never heard of Resin Crete before, and I was kind of like, well, I don't know if I want to work with concrete, because that's what it was seeming like to me at first. But since we were playing with it, it's really a fun product.
Yes, and I guess I like it because it's matte. I don't know if
You
I
don't
would
like shiny as much.
I don't like shiny as much.
But you can always make it shiny with the sealer if you wanted.
Yep, exactly.
Now, as this is curing,
is it getting warm?
It gets warm.
Feel it? Is it warm?
It's starting to get warm.
Yeah. See, it's still kind of jiggly on the.
Yeah, it's not set, but
how much time do we have left?
Actually, only 6 minutes.
Oh, maybe I made it too loose. So maybe we'll.
Because the one we made the other day, I mean, the mold was quite hot to touch. I mean, you could touch it, you could hold it, but it was really warm. It was that chemical reaction, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna pour it in here now. Let's see what we get. I guess I didn't need all of this. But look at how light it is after all that I put in.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be dark.
I should have probably put more in just to try it.
But that's okay, because the reverse side will be the top, and that'll have the dark tone.
Right. I was trying to think if there was something.
What about the lid? Oh no, you don't probably have anything big enough.
That's
small enough.
That's all we got is the lid, but I don't know if that's no.
No, that's not enough. That'll just be crumbs.
Yep. Yeah, we can make crumbs to put and top on something. Yep, that's what we can do. I'm going to clean this off. What else can we talk about, Sue?
Well, I don't know. You guys have any other questions that hopefully we could answer while we're waiting for this one jar to completely set up? No, I was just asking if there were questions. Anybody had questions about this stuff that maybe we haven't addressed yet?
That you can think of.
Yeah, that I can think of.
That we haven't thought of.
Yeah, I want to make another one of these I want to make one of these in resin too.
Okay.
I think that would be kind of fun. Actually, a lot of these in resin would be equally nice.
I think this one would be cute like in a greenish color, you know, that's like the old time jars, mason jars.
Like a translucent kind
yeah,
of?
or sea glassy color. I think that would be really neat.
Yeah, I ordered, um, Rhonda had the initial bottle like this, and I went to order one because I really liked it, and it came with this bottle too. So you get two of these as a set, but we haven't made this one yet.
And wasn't that about $20? Or was
No,
it
no, it wasn't.
oh,
It wasn't that much.
oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was a good deal for getting two of
Should
them.
we make this one?
If you feel like you want to.
Yeah. But what should we do?
This is starting to get a little warm
Yeah,
now.
it's getting about ready. It's almost done. What color should we make it? Purple?
That might be fun. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that as the last one as far as making any more stuff, and then we'll demold that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
You have to have another cup.
No, I think I got. Well,
You still need another one for the powder, right? Or
let's see. Maybe I can clean this. Maybe I can show you this. See how I'm crunching this up. See how it's coming away from the.
all the little flakes.
Yes.
Oop, one fell in the.
Oh no!
Get out of there.
So now I'm just going to take this spatula and I'm just going to go around the cup to get all the glue out of there.
Just pour it on here for now, and then we'll put it in something.
Put it in a bag. Yeah. Get as much as you can.
Then I can wash that cup, and you can use it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going by weight, if you're weighing the glass or the cup with the powder and the liquid, you could probably use one of those big solo cups.
Yeah.
You know, that would
Right.
that would hold more volume if you wanted to make a larger piece.
Right.
So,
or you could use anything that would be, you know, a plastic anything. But what's nice about this is flexible that you can bend this.
Right.
As a solo cup would be.
Right.
Okay. I'll go clean it.
All right.
I don't think it would matter that a little blue is purple.
Probably not. That'd probably be all right. So Rhonda, I'm showing you while she's gone. She keeps her resin crete in this container right here with a scoop, which is, I think, a very good idea. Keep it all contained instead of keeping it in a bag. This is a lot easier to work with. But having a digital scale would be really important and helpful because this is all by weights. And yeah,
like resin is by volume, not by.
Yeah. So
She's
this is
cleaning
good.
up. She's
well,
good. She's a good cleaner upper.
Is this water soluble for cleanup? Can you tell me? I'm new to this. Yes, it is definitely water soluble.
Yes.
All the way around, it seems like it's a pretty easy project. Okay, it's time for this bottle.
Okay.
Now, how does it feel to you?
It feels warm, but it feels hard. I hope I don't ding it.
On the table, maybe? Just kind of peel it down. And it doesn't hurt, I guess, if you keep it longer, you know, than the 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, you'll still get it out of the mold. Say you went and did a load of wash or something, came back, you could still get it out of the mold. Ta-da!
Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Ta-da!
It looks better with the white flowers than the white and the white.
Now this is warm. It's going to stay warm for a while. It also feels a little bit damp.
Damp.
You know, that will go away after a while, but that's pretty cool. I mean, so much faster than resin. Resin, you'd be waiting at least another day, you know, before you could pull that off.
Yeah.
And this is more instant gratification, which is what I like.
Yes, me too. Okay. Oh, I lost it.
So do we know how much this
No.
will take?
No, but I'm gonna make 200 just for the heck
Okay.
of it.
So in the handout, the instructions are
Maybe I should
for
make more.
this project, for this bottle. And we've got the correct amounts of powder and water. So you won't have to figure that out. But when you're making some of these other larger or smaller molds, you'll have to do the calculations to find out how much you need of each. So
There is resin calculators, but I haven't tried it for Resin Crete. I don't know if that would work the same way, you know?
yeah,
So,
you can Google for
yeah.
the
But maybe Resin Crete, if you go on that J Diction, the company who makes it. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. I got 250 in there. This is gonna be tricky. Let's see. Put that in.
Tammy, the end result feels more, I guess, terracotta feel. Would you agree to that? Or
Yes, like
more
a clay
than
pot.
like a clay pot,
Yeah, kind of like a clay pot. And
more so than ceramic.
Right, right. Okay, 36.
To color it, no, it comes with, if you get the kit, it comes with pigments, right?
Right, you get black, you get the main colors, green,
Primary
red,
colors.
the primary colors, yeah.
But do you think you could use alcohol inks to color it?
I don't know, because this is water based. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, being
And
water.
acrylic paint, I'm not sure about that either. Maybe you could.
But the
Because that's
resin
water.
pigments, anything that's sold as a resin pigment should work.
Right. That should work. But I would be afraid of alcohol inks. But you know what? You could try it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always
wouldn't
worth
hurt.
an experiment if you just do something very small, so you don't waste a lot of product in case it was a fail.
Yeah.
But
Like
that's how we learn stuff,
Right.
is by experimenting.
And maybe it would make some weird, neat decorate,
Yeah.
swirly thing inside like alcohol ink does to some things.
All right, so you're going to make this one purple.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to put your.
I need 75. Yes, and I'd like to make it kind of dark purple, but that probably won't happen. Maybe it'll be lilac.
Are you going to need to make 2 batches for this?
I don't know.
Okay. It looks like.
I got 250.
Okay.
Maybe it'll need 300. I don't know.
Okay.
But this is in here too.
That's true. For the votive candle.
Yeah. I'm going to try 250. And I'm only going to make 1 batch. Isn't that pretty color?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to make a lot. I'm going to put a lot in there. Maybe that's not even enough color. This is going to be tricky. I'm going to get this scale out of the way so I don't get purple all over that scale. Here, can I put that over there by you? Okay, here goes nothing.
Well, this looks like it's been a pretty good broadcast. Usually when I'm doing this, it's going in and out and in and out.
I was wondering, since we were supposed to have bad weather, if we would be cut off.
Yeah.
See, look at how light it's getting.
But a lavender is pretty too,
yes.
if it turns out that pale.
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle, yes. Looks like grape juice.
I hope I don't mess around too long to get it hard. I don't like it when I get it hard and I can't spread it around. No, it's coming. Well, we don't know how long we get.
Yeah, we don't. But we'll probably demold it after the fact.
Right.
I can do it later. And
Or else are we doing this? Are we going to wait around for what time is it?
no, not to finish it.
Yeah,
we'll pour it.
You'll make pictures.
Yeah, I can demold them later. You'll be over Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can just give you this stuff back. Thank you, Sandy.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to tell you that I have found out because it's just been such a nice product to work with. There really hasn't been any tricks or anything that you have to do because it just works. Nice.
I think the possibilities are very broad on this.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of different things you could do, especially concerning yard art and stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of fun stuff that you could do.
You know, if you got pots outside and you need a little decoration, you could mix up find a neat mold that you like on the internet and.
Yeah. Well, I think those succulent. I like that you put the succulents in there. I think they look really cute.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I could put those all over the place.
Yeah. My house is one big succulent.
No, Deb, you don't have to worry about bubbles or air pockets. It's better in that regard than say resin is. You know, you have to kind of babysit resin for a while, you know, to pop any bubbles and, you know, keep an eye on it for that. But with this, you don't. Oh, you did have enough.
Yeah.
This, you just give it a little jiggle after you've filled it up. And
yeah, to make
like
sure there's.
Rhonda's doing right now.
See, look at how liquid it is. So it gets in all the nooks and crannies.
Yep. And, oh, yeah. Yeah, this is even getting warmer now. It just really heats up. It really heats up, but it'll dissipate in a little while. Yeah, that's really neat. That's a pretty color,
isn't it?
I like that. Yeah, I wonder if you poured that in.
I know.
Or nah, we'll leave it alone.
It's too pretty. It's too pretty to mess up now.
Yeah. I was tempted with this dark purple that's in here a little bit, you know, like, do we pour it in on top or what? But I guess we'll leave it alone.
It might just be on the bottom. So we got a little left of this. See how hard this is already in this cup? It's really starting. This just poured in, and now look at how slow this is. You could hardly move that.
Mary's asking if I wonder if you could do it in candy molds. If they're silicone.
Yeah. And
if they're
soap molds. What else? Jewelry molds. Yeah.
If they're silicone,
yeah.
I think, right?
I think silicone is your best bet. Because they used to make hard plastic ones for resin. Mm-hmm. I don't think that would work. No. Unless it's really shallow. You know, you couldn't use anything like this to get it out because you wouldn't be able to bend it enough.
Right. But those shallow candy molds, I think, could be fun.
Or even ice cube molds. Yeah. You could use.
They have those decorative
like
shapes and stuff.
Yeah. Like I have skulls, you know, and stuff that I would put real cement in when I was playing with real cement.
Yeah. No, I think there's lots of possibilities with this stuff.
Yeah, like that green one. This green leaf was a popsicle mold because this has a little thing for the stick to
Where you would have pushed in.
where you pushed in the stick, and I just had tape on it. So yeah, and it's silicone, and it just popped out really easy. So yeah, just look around. You know, you'll be surprised what you can mold. Your husband, anything.
Oh, we're not going to go there.
We don't need another one. No. Okay.
So anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I'll unmold these other two, the heart and the votive candle one, later on, and I'll post a picture of it later in the group. I have a handout for you that's ready, based on this bottle that we did today, and then I'll put the links for the Amazon products that you can purchase if you are interested in doing this. But if you already have a lot of the resin molds,
Yeah.
I would try some of those too. I think that'd be
Because
fun.
isn't that about $35 or the kit that you could buy from Amazon?
From Amazon? Yeah, I think it was under 35.
Maybe.
And you get a mold. You get a mold, I think, a little
You
one.
get 3 of them. You get 3 molds, because I got that one, and I got this one. I got this one and this one in my box. So I got 3 molds plus this little heart.
And you got some
I got
pigments in the spatula.
And I got this 1,000 grams of this Resin Crete. And I got the colors. And I got and some cups. You're ready to go then.
Yeah.
Except for, you even got the molds, so you're ready to go.
I think, just out of the top of my head, I'm thinking, you know how they paint rocks, painted rocks and stuff? I think if you had molds that were like something small like that, kind of rock shaped, and you could put one of those rub-ons on there, and you could put them in your planters.
Yeah, right.
I think that's a real good possibility too.
And one thing that I wanted to try, but I haven't tried that yet, is I wanted to try to rubber stamp on it to see how that would be. Maybe on top of something like this very flat, you could rubber stamp, but you also have the risk of messing it up. Because I don't know if you could wipe this, the stuff off. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But nothing ventured, nothing gained.
I'm going to try it if I goof on something. Well, like maybe this one, since I got such a weird back, maybe I'll try to rubber stamp on the front, even with that little vein going down. I could put something on each side, but I'm going to try it. Sure. Because I think that's a possibility too.
Yep. All right. Well, Rhonda, thank you for coming out and doing this. We are partners in crime. We do a lot of stuff together, so we're always learning, always enabling each other to.
We help the economy.
That's right.
Retail therapy.
Yep. All of the above. All of the above.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. I always enjoy when you're here with us, and I will post later on the outcome of these 2 last projects, and in a minute I will put the handout and the links for Amazon. So thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.